Hello and welcome to Talking Bengals. We are here talking anything we can try to think about the Bengals because there's really not much going on right now. We're not mock draft people, you all know that. But we do have Bernsey and Nick. It's reunited and it feels so good. It feels like it's been months since the three of us have been on a podcast. So excited for that. Boys, how we doing?
At least it's not the 1 week where it was just me for a 6-minute podcast.
Whoa.
Super, super interesting.
I had to do that too. You guys left me high and dry.
Yeah, but at least my microphone was working. So
that's also true. But I did that show in season by myself. Thank you very much. So there, yeah. But then again, the season was really off the rails at that point. So we were all depressed. But it's 2026.
At least you had something to talk
year.
about. At least you had something to talk about.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's like listening to two old ladies just go back and forth. That's all I hear.
We made up a topic.
Hey, there we go. It may not be what the people want to hear, but they're going to hear it one way or the other. So that's kind of where we're at.
They are.
You all tuned in. You have no one to blame but yourself. But thank you for joining us on that note there. So Zach is decked out in all the Cincinnati sports team that's currently leading their division. It's only 4 or 5 games in now.
Hey, they're 3-1, game 5.
We'll take it.
Down 36 right now. Top of the 9th.
Hey, we'll take a winning record any which way we can get it in Cincinnati, even if we're delusional and it's short-lived and the Reds are going to break our hearts like they always do. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now we can be happy and optimistic and hope for the best. And Zach, your ensemble is making me think mid to late 90s Reds.
Oh, that's what this is. Sorry, The lighting doesn't help. Yeah, the 95.
Yeah, I see the pinstripes. Yep, it looks good. And then even like your pullover looks like to be from that era. I like it.
This was more like the 2010s. The 2010s. Yeah. It's weird that that's actually a decade when I say that now.
It is. That's because we're old. We're old as crap. But in Bengals news, not really much going on. A lot of people just speculating. All the talking heads are doing their thing and just talking about, will the Bengals draft this player? Will they draft that player? And I'd say most seasons they really don't know. But this year, I don't think they know because all of the good players will be gone by pick 10, which means it's a really sad draft. But all the really not good players, I should say blue chip, top of the line, immediate impact difference makers will be gone by pick 10. So who are you going to pick? Take your choice of a whole bunch of next tier guys, which it doesn't mean they're bad players. Doesn't mean they won't have great careers, but you're not beating the door down to get anybody. Bernsey, Nick, if you got anyone in particular you want to talk about from like a 10 to 30 pick in the draft because they're all about the same, we can talk about that guy.
I would take anybody on Ohio State's defense.
Yeah.
Whoever is available from Ohio State's defense, that's who I would take.
That seems pretty legit. That's not a bad take.
Yeah, I've said it for most of the offseason. I know that there's concerns now about Caleb Downs' ACL, MCL, and other parts of his knee, which is affecting his draft stock, which means he could be available there at 10. But do you really want to go at 10 and get another project player who's recovering and rehabbing and things like that? Caleb Downs is a generational safety and a secondary player. I think you could do that. I think, again, like Nick said, if you take anybody on Ohio State's defense, Sonny Styles comes to mind. I don't think he's going to be there. He's probably going top 5 nowadays because he had a really good combine. Ruben Bain is still in that realm. Every once in a while, he falls on one of these mock drafts I'm looking at. So I think it really comes down to who's going to be available, and you just take the best available that's not a quarterback and specifically plays defense. I've seen a couple other mock drafts where they want to go a wide receiver, but I don't see it. I'm not going receiver at 10.
No. I'm gonna see what's gonna tick us all off, and I'm just going to the dark place because that's where I am. That's who I am. So let's just go there. Reuben Bain will be available at 10, and they're gonna pick a cornerback, which is a position of need. But you have your two edge guys. I don't want to see Dax Hill in the slot. I want to see him out on the edge.
Yeah.
You don't spend a 10th pick on a slot corner.
No.
So, but the Bengals would do that. That is a total Bengal move. And I think too many people forget how many first-round draft picks at corner the Bengals have had in the last, now I guess I got to say 15, 16 years. And how many of those actually panned out? Not very many. I mean, yeah, their talent at cornerback has come in the second round. Dax Hill, I guess you'd say, yeah, he's a first rounder, but he was so far at the end of the first round. He's flirting with that first, second round pick. He's not a top pick guy. So, I mean, what do y'all think the Bengals would do that? Just totally skip Reuben Banks' short arms and go to a corner or whatever?
I have a theory, Casey. I'm going to go based on Bengals history.
Ooh, history.
Reuben Baines Jr. will be available at the 10th pick of the NFL draft. But the Bengals will find somebody who is just a freak athlete as a as a punt returner that may possibly be able to play wide receiver 3, but they're just a freak athlete. We're going to take him over Baines Jr.
Do you have a player in mind with that logic? Okay.
No, nobody
just
knows.
Anybody.
Nobody knows who this guy is except for Duke Tobin.
It's going to be Gunnar Twiner out of Northwest State University. D3 school. Gunnar Twiner was actually a Bengal at one point, though. So people who knew that are like, oh, he made the practice squad one year. He did in 1998. Gunnar Twiner. Bringing it back. You're welcome, Gunnar. You're welcome.
You just know, okay? You just know that if Reuben Baines Jr. is still available in the draft when the Bengals pick at 10, you just know they're not going to take him. If he's available and the Bengals take him, I'm just trying to think of I don't know. I'm willing to place a bet, literally. No, obviously not of money because I don't bet money, but I don't know. I'll shave my mustache. I don't know.
Oh,
just the mustache.
I'll look like Richard on Guess Who.
No, I want something that means something to you, Nick.
You're not taking my beard.
I want all of it.
Nope.
I want you clean shaven like you were on the force.
Nope.
No, see what I think would be a good one, and I mean, of course, Zach, you'd have to send him something, but you can make him wear an Alabama hat.
You'd have to find one big enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think this is going to fit his head.
I mean, you can figure out something that'd be funny. I mean, I'm too depressed for that shit.
The only way that I would ever wear an Alabama hat is if Sean Alexander signed it and hand-delivered it.
Nick, you do know I could probably make that happen, right?
You do know that that's the reason why I said it.
Yeah, he knows some people that know some people.
Hey, Sean's good.
I know.
People, okay.
I know a guy that might know a guy.
Sean and his family are just really good people. Okay,
they are
obviously the best football player to ever come out of Alabama. And
possibly Boone County. Irv Good's still out there.
100% best football player to ever come out of Boone County.
Yeah. Yeah. Only NFL MVP. I mean, it's pretty hard to argue that.
Hey, Irv Gooding won a Super Bowl.
Was he an NFL MVP?
No, he was not. But
was he on the cover of Madden?
No, can't say that he was. Madden wasn't a thing.
I'm just saying. MVP
he still wasn't on the cover.
Means you were the best player in the NFL for a season.
100%. Would not disagree with you.
When Sean won it, that's what it meant.
Yeah.
When Sean won it, that's what it meant. Anymore, it's like, oh, you're just the best quarterback.
Hey, Saquon did win it. not too long ago. I mean, he did have to literally like shatter records to win it, but
yeah. Well,
Literally.
since we're going to go down that rabbit hole, can we talk about the fact that the Eagles decided to pull him in the last game when he could have actually broke Eric Dickerson's record?
freaking weak sauce.
Yeah, we got a playoff to win. No. You have a player that's doing something that hasn't been done in over 3 decades, and you're going to bench him. He only needed like
Sounds like a
60
Bengals
something
move.
yards.
Well, I already used one of our curse words, so I can't use the other one. But the snitch buttness, you know what I'm trying to actually say with that, of modern athletes. I'm sorry, and Nick, you may disagree with me, but Nick Lodolo starting the season because of a blister on his finger. Could you just see what Nolan Ryan sitting at his house in Texas like, little punk?
Throw some skin glue on it and call it a day.
Yeah, suck it up, brosif. Like, it's a blister. You pop that SOB, yeah, you put some glue over it, and you get back on the mound. People used to do that mid-game. Like a blister, pop. Let's go. Going on the disabled list for a blister. Greg Maddux, Nolan Ryan.
Softies.
Insert every pitcher from before 2005, 6, I'd say, when they were still all old, tough guys. Maybe a little bit later. Maybe we'll give it to like
2008.
2010.
I think it was. I was going to say 2008, 2010 time frame. I feel like that was really when we had the switch.
Yeah, so I mean, but pitchers before then, you would literally have to have your tendon pop for you to not keep playing the game. And now it's like, I have a little bit of soreness. I have a blister. I can't play. And I offended Nick so much he had to leave. But yeah, like I'm just everyone in modern sports is just a whiner. And I mean, I get it. You're making millions. You're making more money than an athlete ever has. So the fact that you're like, I can't play, and the team's like, no, we got to protect you. Did the Eagles a lot of good, didn't it?
I just have to say, I had to remove myself from stage because I couldn't figure out how to turn my video off. Oh, there it is. My wife needed to go behind me to get something. So
you
anyway,
your podcast debut. We were all ready for it.
No, she does not.
We don't like Steelers fans on this show.
Yeah.
She's not a Steelers fan. She just really liked the Steelers at the time because she liked Troy Polamalu and Hines Ward, two of the just grossest football players ever. Anyways,
That's much worse.
back to your softiness that you're talking about, right? I mean, like Cal Ripken, Pete Rose, those guys didn't break records by being soft. They didn't break records because they had a blister and then took a game off. No, they played through it.
Yeah.
You get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. Nowadays, players, I mean, heck, a lot of these players break $1 billion in their career that they made just playing a kid's game.
Yep.
Like, suck it up, Buttercup.
Well,
you wouldn't be able to drag me off that ball field. You wouldn't be able to drag me off the ball field.
With that said, it gives you an extra appreciation for guys like Joe Burrow, because Joe literally was like, I don't care where we're at. I'm healthy. I'm coming back and we're playing. So I'm here for it. So give me more Joe Burrows in the league.
Exactly. More Joe Burrows, less Nick Lodolo. Sorry, Nick, but you're being a punk right now. I mean, Hunter Green is borderline punk with the bone spurs. Because I've dealt with bone spurs. It sucks. It's not fun to deal with. But I'm still out there running 5 miles a day with my troops. It didn't stop me. You're making millions of dollars with world-class therapy equipment. I think you'll be fine. Just say.
We get, what is it, military grade equipment?
Yeah, you get military grade. We were talking about that today at work.
You get to go to the chiropractor once a month if you're lucky. He can literally have a massage therapist on call, chiropractor, all of the cryogenics you could ever want. And he's like, I'm going to need to July to come back from bone spurs. Dude, get real. Like, they're pampered. Oh, gosh.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I need to get off this soapbox before I go too far, but yeah.
Had a 5-year-old today, almost 6-year-old, get hit by a baseball in his hand while he's swinging a bat at practice. We rubbed some dirt on it. He shook it off and kept playing.
Yep. And freaking. Oh, Zach, find us a happier topic.
Bases are loaded right now with 2 outs and Gino's up. So,
Ooh, Gino,
But
you
they're
owe
down.
America. You owe America
Yeah.
for this.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about the passion of the World Baseball Classic. I love the passion for World Baseball Classic. I just want that passion to bleed over into MLB. The anticipation, the fan engagement. It's not just some drunk fest with your families and things like that. That's what I really appreciate about the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
And he just swung at a ball in the dirt. Game over. Reds lose 8-3.
Disappointing. But yeah, I mean, the World Baseball Classic, the excitement, the people literally jumping over the rails, the bat flips. Love it. That's what baseball should be. It reminds you of playing wiffle ball in the backyard with your buddies. Everyone's just having a good time. You're getting loud. You're getting intense. You're getting pumped up. There's none of the unwritten rule bull crap of you don't do that. You don't act this way. Make baseball fun because it's a fun game. It's exciting. There's few things as electric in any sport as hitting a home run to take the lead. There's very few things that are as exciting. And if people disagree, a buzzer beater. Yeah, buzzer beaters are exciting, sure. But it's not as good to me as hitting a home run. And no matter what kind of touchdown you have, it's still a touchdown. Like, it's not – you knew that was going to happen more than likely. You need either a touchdown or nothing. Or home run, like it could be a single, a double, a walk. It could be anything, but it ends up being a home run to take the lead. It's exciting.
And there is nothing in sports that is harder than hitting a baseball.
Mm-hmm.
The Hall of
Ask Chad
Famers
Johnson.
fails. The Hall of Famers fail 7 out of 10 times to get on base.
Mhm.
It's actually more than that because of sacrifice flies, sacrifice bunts. Let's see, walks, hit by pitch. I mean, there's several different ways that the at-bat doesn't even count.
Yep.
So, I mean, 7 out of 10 times they fail to hit the ball and reach base.
It's nuts. I mean, it's exciting. And I wish they would
It's
just
so hard to do. And when you hit a home run, that's even harder. I mean, that's the reason why Barry Bonds and that the roid rage era, that's the reason why it was so electrifying, is because it's that hard. Barry Bonds, I'm going to be honest with you, in my opinion, who cares that he took steroids? He made baseball fun to watch. Seeing him putting the ball in Cubby Cove, I don't care that he was roided up. That was fun.
Well,
that was exciting. It was electrifying. When he hit a ball and you just see all these cameras flashing, and then deep fly ball to right field. It's back. It's gone. Home run. Over the fence. Into the water. Like, there's nothing more electrifying in sports. And it's simply because of how hard hitting a freaking baseball is.
Yeah.
Definitely not
I mean,
easy night.
Put a guy like Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase, just stud athletes. Get him in there hitting against a major league pitcher. They may foul a ball off once. One time.
Yeah.
Very possible.
I think it's a difference in how the fact that there's so many unwritten rules in baseball, like I was mentioning, of you don't show people up, you don't pimp home runs, you don't throw at people and all that crap. Make the game more exciting. I love the fights in baseball too, though. I want to see
The
fights.
benches clearing brawls.
I don't want to see
Those
benches
are
clearing
it.
talking. I want to see benches clearing, fists being flying everywhere.
I want to see Nolan Ryan or something similar getting some guy in a headlock, just bashing his head in. Like,
Yeah,
that was fun.
That's the suck to be
Like-
Robin Ventura.
That was, but like, that was what baseball was. You know, it was passionate. That's the reason why people used to love watching, is because every game there was that passion behind it. When did baseball players lose the passion?
And I don't know if they did. I just think the way that the U.S. game is played is just not quite as intense as other places around the world.
I mean, I promise if you went to like Japan or Mexico and watched a baseball game there, I mean, I know you've been to Japan and watched baseball games there. Just the passion. I mean,
Awesome.
look at football even. Football. Like, we've lost the passion of the big hits. We've lost the passion of, and like that grit behind, they don't cross this line. This is our line. You know, like, even the offensive linemen, they're no longer firing out on pass blocking. Like, at all. They don't fire forward and try to knock them back to give that extra second. They literally give up 3 yards as soon as the ball is hiked. As soon as it's snapped, 3 yards. The tackle's already back 3 yards instead of firing out towards the freaking defensive lineman. They're already retreating the whole time.
So, going back to what Casey was saying about baseball fights, story time with old Bernsey here. In 2003, I was walking around Great American Ballpark. I had just hit the opening in left center.
Mhm.
It was the Cubs game where Farnsworth threw at Paul Wilson, and then they got into it. And it's the one where Wilson came out and he got decked by Kyle Farnsworth. It's classic. I was at that game. It was amazing. The whole place erupts. Like, that's exciting. Like, granted, it's not hockey. I get it. I understand. We want to be gentlemen and blah 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 blah. We're trying to protect. No, I'm here for it. You want to show intensity. You want to keep your fans engaged. Show that kind of intensity in baseball. Show that intensity in football. One of the greatest memories that I have with the Bengals was AJ Green freaking taking out Jalen Ramsey. You know, just
fun.
it was a great time. Andre Johnson and what was that dude, Finnegan?
Yeah,
one of the greatest memories that I have with watching that game. You know, those are memorable moments. Sure, you get ejected, but it gets your fans riled up, man. Like, it gets everybody going. It gets the people going. You know, if you want to go into some of
It's
that.
like Chad Johnson. It's like Chad Johnson trying to hit the blindside block on Ray Lewis and just getting laid out.
Getting a concussion.
I mean, that was awesome though. Like, he was trying.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to lay out Ray Lewis. Like, you don't get that anymore. Like, you get like people just, I don't know, playing tiddlywinks.
Well, since we're on fun off-season topics, I got one here. You can pick any sport you want to. Name your 3 biggest B-word players. So,
LeBron.
star. Yeah.
LeBron. That's one.
Yeah.
Angel Reese. She's awful.
Yeah,
I don't even know how she made it pro. I don't even know how she made it into college.
The most delusional person I've ever seen in my life.
She's terrible. I think I could beat her in one-on-one. Just because she can't make layups, and I would get lucky every once in a while.
Hey, she has a cereal after her, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Reese Puffs were a thing before she was even born.
I can't with some of these people. I just can't.
And
She's so bad I can't even consider her an athlete.
The third, I'll get back to you on that one.
And they can be retired people too. So they don't have to be active players.
Oh, Troy Polamalu or Hines Ward. I'll give you 3 and 4. Troy Polamalu never squared anybody up. He was always going after people's knees or lower. And then Hines Ward, he couldn't block anybody unless they were running and they didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, I don't hate Troy as much as I hate Hines. I don't like Troy. I would never say I like him. Never root for anything good to happen to him. But I don't have that fiery, passionate hate. Burnsy, who do you got?
Barry Bonds is definitely number one for me.
Why?
Why? Because
Kind
he
of a jerk.
cried. He cried about everything, and he still cries about it.
He's a jerk, yeah.
Yeah. So Bonds is definitely at the top of my list. I'm trying to think football wise. I'm trying not to go Hines Ward because Hines Ward was pretty.
We're just gonna say we all hate Hines Ward. That's a blanket statement. So we all.
So I'm trying to find a different football player that I don't know. I think Jalen's kind of one, to be quite honest with you. I'm not a big fan of Jalen Ramsey. And that was even before he was in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So, I think Angel Reese was a good one, but I'm gonna go Megan Rapinoe or whatever her name is, the one that played on the women's soccer team.
Soccer player,
yeah. I don't know. It's not for me.
Check your facts, people. That's what you need to do before you open your mouth. If you're an athlete, check your facts.
You can
try not to go political here.
I'm just saying
we don't do politics on this show.
It's not politics. I'm just saying you may want to check your references. It's a good advice for everyone. Check your references.
Check your sources.
Burnsy, any others?
No, I think that's my top 3. That hasn't already been mentioned.
So I'm trying to think. Y'all, like I said, basically anyone that's ever put on a Steelers uniform, except for Mike Hilton. I do forgive Mike Hilton, but everybody else, like it. Pittsburgh Steelers. No. And my wife's made the comment, what if our son ever played for the Steelers? He would pull an Eli Manning and demand a trade on draft day. I don't care who else you play for. You play for the Ravens, you play for the Browns. I don't like either of them, but I'd rather you play for them than the Steelers. That's saying something because I despise both of those franchises too, but it's not in my blood. Where I literally just I could not wear those awful gaudy colors. It's just not going to happen.
No Pirates, no Steelers, no Penguins.
Basically, the whole
I don't even like the University of Pitt.
Yeah, no, nothing in there. I've been there. It's not very impressive of a place. So there we go.
When you're worse than Cincinnati, city-wise, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, so other players that I despise all time with a passion, one that people may not agree with, I despise Yadier Molina. I hate that guy. Mostly because he was a crybaby on every time anybody ever did anything. Like when him and Brandon Phillips got into an argument and he was too big of a punk to actually defend himself. One, that was back when baseball was baseball and you could truck a catcher. Don't stand on the line if you don't want to get trucked. It's a really simple process. And if you get mad that 5'7" Brandon Phillips pounds his chest after knocking 6 foot whatever Yadier Molina over, maybe you shouldn't be a little punk. Maybe you should take a little pride in yourself and not let a little guy knock you over. I'm just saying. But he always cried and whined and complained. And everyone's like, he's the greatest catcher ever. He's a good catcher. I'll give him credit for his defense. But he was not an all-time great the way people talk about him. He's good for his age. No, he's not Johnny Bench. He's not a Pudge. He's nobody like that where you'd be like, yes, this guy's the greatest catcher of his generation. He's fine.
I mean, he was good, but he wasn't He wasn't Johnny Bench good.
He wasn't Buster Posey. Buster Posey was the great of his era.
Yep.
Right? Yachty was not that. Joe Mauer was great for his era.
That's what I say. Joe Mauer was the other one. Yeah. So those were the two I think were the great catchers at that point. I'm trying to think, who would my third person be? Because LeBron is such an obvious one. I don't watch enough basketball to really hate basketball players. And I don't follow enough baseball anymore to really hate baseball players. Who's another? Pujols I respect too much as a person. I despised him because he played for the Cardinals, but I respect him as a player and think he's a classy guy. So even though I despise him because he played for the Cardinals and beat the Reds so many times, I don't actually have any ill will toward him.
And Kurt used to try to mimic his swing all the time.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him.
Oh, that was so annoying.
Oh man,
He tried to do Gary Sheffield, and Albert Pujols all the time,
and it never seemed to work out. Dang it! There's one other player I'm trying to think of. Baseball player, mid 2000s. He played for a bunch of teams. It'll come to me at some point. I'll message you guys later.
I'm surprised neither of you went Clemens. That kind of surprises me a little bit.
Not enough impact with the Reds to care about him enough.
I mean, just in general, he just Bonds didn't impact the Reds by any means.
Well, I mean, if we're going with just jerk baseball players, there's a crap ton. Just jerk athletes. There's a crap ton of those. I mean, another guy that I despise playing when the Bengals played against, I did not like Ray Lewis. I respect him as a player and the ability he had, but I don't like Ray Lewis, mostly because he played against the Bengals.
I do like his motivational speaking, though.
Yeah, so I said I give him credit for what he was able to do, and if he'd have put on, any other uniform than one that the Bengals played twice a year, I'd have probably have much less of an opinion on him. Oh. I want Jackson Carman for my last one, just because that was a waste of a draft pick and we had to put up with him. Laziest person I can think of.
Over Andre Smith?
Ooh, Andre Smith actually had a couple seasons where he was decent, though. Hey,
oh, boy.
He held down that swing tackle position for a few years. I'm just saying.
I'll give him that. But
not good for a first-round pick, but where's Jackson Carman these days? I think he's pumping gas somewhere.
I can't believe we actually brought Andre Smith back. We're like, hey, we need to fill the tackle position. Andre Smith can do it.
Well, they're signing Geno Atkins. They're bringing him out of retirement 10 years later because we can't find a defensive tackle. Can we get 2013 Geno Atkins? Then we want
15. Give me 15.
Yeah, I'll take 13, 14, 15, 16. I'll take any of those prime years. Just give me a defensive tackle that can make a play.
Give me a defensive tackle that can fill a hole.
Yeah. Casey, you kind of jogged something up for me when you were talking about Mike Hilton redeeming himself. There was another Steelers player that came over to the Bengals that's made some news over the last week that I found rather laughable. And that's James Harrison. Decided to go on some podcasts with Ben Roethlisberger, and I forget who the other guy was because they're irrelevant to me, and decided to say that he's been texting and calling Joe Burrow about potentially talking to the Browns and the Blackburns about demanding a trade out and going to Pittsburgh and saying it's in the works. Nah, bro, that ain't happening. I don't know who you think you are, but you don't have that kind of pull. It's just not happening.
That's
like Ben Roethlisberger said, it is a pipe dream.
Yeah, that's one of the dumbest things. That is as dumb as Pac-Man saying that, they're bringing in Max Crosby because he heard from a person who heard from a person. Yeah. Sure, you're just trying to drum up. I mean, I like Pac-Man. I'm not trying to pick on him. But you're just trying to stay relevant at this point. You just want people to give you the clickbait.
Speaking of Pac-Man.
You got to go there.
When did we lose defensive backs with the grit that Pac-Man Jones had?
2016.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm be honest with you. Off the field, he had his issues, But on the field, like the attitude and everything on the field, that's what you want.
And
You want
I'm
someone
not-
going out there head hunting.
Yeah. Back when
Like-
before football's wussies.
Like nowadays, they might as well not even wear helmets.
Well, apparently we can thank Vontaze for that because after he
Please.
killed AB, that can I say killed? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on this show.
I still think it was a flop. Every
Yeah.
angle I've ever seen, it looks like he barely grazed him.
It was it was definitely one of those. But he did hit the ground pretty hard. I will say that. He did
Well,
hit the
that was
ground
his
hard.
bad acting. Then you didn't
I-
control your fall, sir. You must control your fall.
Yeah, absolutely. This
I
isn't
was never
WWE.
convinced. I was never convinced that hit Vontaze perfect head on him was even a hit.
We're doing it. It's official. We're in the dark place. Let's go all the way. Worst penalties called against the Bengals.
Logan Wilson Super Bowl.
Yes. The most bullcrap call I have ever seen in my life.
Joey Porter being on the field.
Yes.
How about this?
How is it not offsetting penalties? How is the
These-
coach pulling Reggie Nelson's hair not a penalty?
The defensive hold in the Super Bowl that they didn't call.
Yeah. That is true.
That would have had the last play of the Super Bowl be replayed.
Let's think of some other good ones here. Because I know there's been so many as the Bengals where just bad crap happens. I would say I'll bring up the redeeming one, and I think it was a legal play, and I'm glad they kept it that way. But before we get to the redeeming one, let's think of any other bad ones. Not really a penalty, but the refs giving the Chiefs an extra down, which apparently we figured out was legal a couple months ago, but has only happened to the Bengals twice. No other team has ever had it happen to them. The Bengals have had it happen to them twice, people. That should show you there's some kind of weird bias going on.
The only incidents that it was ever recorded to have ever happened was against the Cincinnati Bengals. They were literally the coffin that they were throwing nails in.
It's nuts. But the redeeming call that was good to see was in the Raiders playoff victory. When Burrow was going out of bounds, but he was still inbounds. It was a legal play, but the random whistle blew, and that's what they kept trying to complain about. I was so worried they were going to overturn that call. And I'm like, you can't. No one knew where that whistle came from. You don't stop playing. Like the ball's in the air, you're not like, oh, okay, I'm just going to quit. Like, I've never seen a defensive backs do that. So the fact that they're like, oh, we stopped playing because we heard one little tiny whistle. And you can barely hear it. You have no idea. I would love to know where that came from.
I don't know. It worked out. So
Was it from the stands? Did a ref breathe too loudly? Like, what happened? Like, because it was like a full whistle. It was like, beep. Like just a little tiny. That was it. But hey, so there's one good thing call-wise for the Bengals. But basically, the entire meltdown at Paul Brown was one giant penalty fiasco and a fumble.
Can the Palmer hit count? Since,
Ooh,
it would be
dirty.
technically a penalty now because it's the Palmer rule. But drives me crazy.
How about this? Ryan Shazier's head-to-head contact.
With
literally-
Gio?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I hate that he broke his neck during it, but also at the same token, like, that's a penalty. That was literally the penalty that they should have called, and that was the year that we had the team that we could have won it all.
Yeah.
All we had to do is get past the Steelers, and we had it.
It's funny to me when refs decide to just hold their flags and when they don't, because not a playoff game or anything is meaningful, but Burrow 2 years ago in Baltimore got a face mask, got late hit, got all kinds of stuff, and nobody, the refs just sitting there and holding their flag. And then Logan Wilson does a textbook, how you play pass defense. And it's holding. No, you're supposed to. You're supposed to put your arm around the one side, so if you miss the swat, you can grab them and tackle them. That's how you're taught to do it. So if that's defensive holding, then man, I know Burnsley and I were very guilty of that in the games that we did play in.
100%.
Yeah, very guilty.
Coach Niederman would have been proud.
Yeah, we were taught it the day you grab the back of the jersey. Like you literally grab the back of the jersey as you're coming over to swat. You're making a play on the ball. If they're looking at your backhand, they're what are they looking at? You just be looking at you making a play on the ball.
Yep.
So I don't know. Just coulda, woulda, shoulda, what might have been. It's all just it's sad to be a Cincinnati sports fan since 1990. Sad.
Oh no! Wasn't it like 93 when the Reds won the last World Series?
90.
90. It was 90.
Yeah, well, I said 90.
I was 8 months old. Yeah.
Oh.
They were red hot.
That's when they swept the
wire to wire.
They were supposed to get swept.
Yeah. If only. That'd have been a fun team to actually watch and remember. That'd been nice.
Yeah. We were born too late.
Can't remember it. I was 8 months old.
Yeah. I mean, the earliest sports memories here. Why not? We're doing this, then we're going to get to closing thoughts because we're just pontificating on stuff at this point. Earliest Reds memory I have is the Reds and Braves series in 95. I remember watching some of that with my dad. That's the earliest Reds memory that I have. Earliest Bengals memory, really hard to remember the timeline, but it had to be early 90s because we saw Boomer in training camp at Wilmington. And not his second time around, his original time. So it had to be very early 90s.
My earliest Reds memory was being at the Reds game when Barry Larkin, first pitch, first at bat for the home team, just takes it yard. And it was a no-doubter. That was my first Reds memory.
Year estimate on that one, because that could be anywhere from
90-something.
That could be a long gap there.
It was like mid-90s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone who watches this late into the video, if they could please comment the exact game I'm thinking about. It was at Riverfront or Synergy, or it's Riverfront. I don't care what you want to call it. Earliest Bengals memory. I don't know which one happened first, but going to training camp with you and your dad and Papaw down at Georgetown College, and then just a fight breaking out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Or going to one of the games that was at Riverfront when we were playing against Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And I was smacking you going, Brett Favre, Antonio Freeman, Reggie White. You're like, I don't care. Shut up.
You don't crap about those guys.
I was like, they're awesome. Oh, our team sucks, but they're awesome.
Yeah. And you all see why I'm the dark and depressed one here. I don't enjoy life. I'm just here to survive it.
I can't remember which one happened first. I don't know. I have a problem figuring out what I ate for lunch. So whatever.
That is true.
Well, I'm the history guy, so I have a lot of memories. So my first Reds memory, I don't remember the game much, other than I wanted to play for the blue team, which ended up being the Montreal Expos. It was 94 before the strike. I sat third base side, 18 rows off. My dad gifted my mom the tickets for her and I to go. So that was that one. But the one I actually remember the game, I actually hate Al Leiter for this. He threw a 3-hitter against the Reds in the play-in game in 1999, and I sat 4 rows off first base. Yes, that was.
Why did you bring that up?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there was one in 98 where McGuire was chasing 70. I think he hit 66 in Synergy, Riverfront, whatever you want to call it.
That one. That was fun.
So, I was in left field somewhere.
I was at Brandon
my
Phillips' 30 for 30 game. I remember that.
Nice. I got
His 30-30
the
game.
bobblehead. I got his bobblehead right there.
I got it
So,
somewhere
for
in the
his
basement.
30-30. Earliest Bengals game that I remember. Again, don't remember the game much, but it was 98 or 99. I was at Riverfront again. It was the Jaguars game, and the Bengals blew it, and the entire crowd chanted "Mike Brown sucks" again, being the young conservative Bernsey at that time. I didn't know what "sucks" meant, and so my mom thought it would be hysterical if I would call B105 and ask the morning show. And I actually got through, and I asked them this question, and so he's like, "Yeah, it's just like when you're sucking through a straw." 25 years later, I get what you're laying down, young man. I get what you were laying down. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that was my earliest one. The game that I actually remember was Corey Dillon breaking the rushing against the Broncos. I was sitting at the 50-yard line in 2000 for that game. That was pretty legit. My dad took me to that one. So
I was watching that game on TV with my dad.
I was there.
And I remember looking at my dad going, "Dad, this is about to be history broken." He goes, "No, it's not. He'll fumble."
This is a dad moment because I was with my dad at the game too, and we were right at the end zone where he fell in for his last touchdown. We were right there, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we were at 50-yard line in the 200s, and it was, again, most of you guys don't know who my dad is, but he's more pessimistic about anything Cincinnati sports related than Casey is.
Wow.
So if that gives you any idea, he's
Somebody
probably the
needs to
reason.
call and check on him.
He's the reason why I actually didn't like Barry Larkin growing up. So, yeah. So anyway, before I get us completely banned from anything in Cincinnati,
How do you
so we
not
always
like Barry Larkin?
We've already been through this. We're not doing it again.
Yes, we're
Now
not
we have
going
beef.
down that road.
We have beef with Zach's dad. Now we have to go hunt down Zach's dad and figure out why he hates Barry Larkin.
Clown show is what he would say.
God bless you.
I'm sure it
And I
burns him
mean
up
that
that he
with
calls
all
the
due
Redskins
respect.
now.
I do mean that with all due respect. All right.
Just
better.
because you say all due respect doesn't mean you can say whatever you want, Nick.
And
Yes,
I got a
yes, it does.
controversial- I got a controversial hot take before I get into final thoughts here. I think Barry has gotten much better as a color guy as it's gone on. His insights, his ability for timely communication has gotten better. Would I say he's the best in the game? Absolutely not. But from year one to now, so much better. And I think Sadak and him play really well off each other.
I would agree with that statement.
All right, who wants to go
All right, let's
first?
go
with final
final
thoughts. Who wants?
Zach,
Nick, you're
you
up.
go.
Nick, Zach, me, you, somebody.
Casey, you're first.
Fine, I don't care. Let's do it. It's off-season mode. My final thoughts: enjoy the nice weather when it's nice, because it's about to suck for the next few days. So it's going to be rainy, gross. It's going to be okay. Get outside, get some sunshine, get off your technology, get your hands dirty, work on something outside, do something meaningful, build something and enjoy it. That's all I got.
All right, I'll go next. I second what Casey said. Go do something productive. Get out of the house. We spent too long.
Bless
we
you.
spent too long this winter being inside because of all the cold and snow and being trapped. Get outside. Enjoy the weather when it's sunny and warm. Even if it's sunny and cold, get outside and enjoy the sun. Throw a hoodie on. Who cares? Get outside. Get off technology. Quit watching the news. It's all crap anyway. Day.
Well, if you don't already, go ahead and follow us, like us, subscribe to us on any of your favorite social media platforms. Get the word out. yes, this is just an off-season show right now, but we will be in high gear come August, maybe training camp, preseason ish. September really going to really be in full swing. So we appreciate everything that you guys would like to do to help us and promote us. If you want some stuff, go ahead down here to the scrolly thing that Nick so lovely put on the screen for us here at the end of the show.
It's
My
bad.
final
I'm the new
thoughts-
technology guy.
Yeah, well, as we saw last week, my technology is still in the 2019s or the 2010s, I guess would be the better term. And it likes to go out whenever it chooses. Anyway, my final thoughts is thank God baseball plays 162 games where you can lose a one-off to the Pirates. We got a great matchup between the ones tomorrow. So between Paul Skeens, who did not look very good on opening day, and Andrew Abbott, who looked phenomenal in midseason form on opening day. So looking for a great one there. If you don't like baseball, there's problems with you. You just got to find that passion, let it kindle and get excited about it. Okay. Other than that, Uday, drafts in a couple weeks. Let's make some smart decisions and let's show the fan base that we're all in.
Hooday.
Who day?
End it, Nick.